Okay. So I just met this fellow on the bus.
Hello.
Hello, strangers. And he just told me about the Ethiopian Bible and what Jesus said after. You go tell them again and mention the Catholics. This line's up.
So the Bible, the Ethiopian Bible said nothing removed from the New Testament. Nothing. And the original Bible either has the Apocrypha or not. And that was removed from the Old Testament, but you could get it with the Apocrypha included.
What's the Apocrypha?
Apocrypha is stuff excluded from the Old Testament.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know this, but you can either buy a Bible, Holy Bible, or a Holy Bible with Apocrypha.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
There you go.
And
you thought you had all of the Word of God. You didn't have all of it. No, but I thought the Bible had the whole Word of God. And if it wasn't in the Bible, it wasn't the Word of God.
I knew things have been altered. And now, what did you say about the Catholics?
The Catholics use.
I believe this too, because I've been studying the Book of Mormon.
So
going through that, and they have the same idea that the Catholics removed a lot of the plain and simple things out of the Word.
It's not an idea; it's actually true.
Yeah, I know. I agree with it. I reckon it is.
I was talking to some Mormons the other day who I never used to talk to, but now I actually realise they're the ones that are right.
Yeah, I know.
And only because I'm now 62 and I've worked out a lot of stuff. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I'm really interested in learning.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I've got all sorts of shit going on in my life, so I go to sleep every night by learning.
Yeah.
Helps me sleep.
Yeah, I guess so.
And so the Apocrypha. Don't worry about we're getting sidetracked.
But the Catholic. So the Book of Mormon has I've learned that from the year 1000 roughly to 1800 AD. The Catholic Church was so abominable that a lot of the verses were taken out of the word of the Bible, and the King James was made, and it was kind of perverted. I think.
Yeah.
So it's
and do you know what my son's called? Hamish.
Yeah.
Do you know why it's called Hamish?
No.
Because the Scottish.
Are you Scottish?
Yes.
I'm Scottish.
So we Scottish people didn't know how to say James, because in our language there's no J sound.
Yeah. Oh,
and
really?
James is not a Scottish word.
Yeah.
So my son is called Hamish, which is Scottish for James, because they can't say James. They try to say James,
Scottish for James,
and they end up going Hamish.
Oh.
And that's as close as they can get if they're an original Highlander.
That's so
not now. They can say.
What clan are you from?
Mackenzie.
From the Gordon.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've got my great grandfather's kilt, his sporran.
Really?
I used to have a skean-doo, but it's been lost.
Wow, what's the skean-doo?
It's a black knife. Skean-doo means black, do means knife.
So interesting.
Or it might be the other way round. They say their names back to front to us.
Yeah.
They'll say knife black, like Yoda.
Yeah.
Yoda is obviously Scottish.
Yeah.
Well, I'm joking.
This is so...
Anyway.
This is so interesting to me.
Anyway.
I don't know, this is like my heritage. It's so weird to hear all this.
Well, anyway, can I tell you?
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
That maybe even you don't know.
Sure.
Or maybe your church hasn't learned yet.
Yeah,
I know
sure.
your church is seeking the truth.
Yeah.
I've got the truth for your church.
Alright.
The truth is in the book
The Ethiopian.
of the Ethiopians, of the Bible, according to Ethiopia.
Yeah.
And guess what? They've never added or subtracted anything from it. It's
Crazy.
just simply the Word of God. Now, what do you think that does? It makes it make sense. I've read the book. I've read the Bible, and I thought, there's some things there that don't make sense.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what didn't make sense to me. If I believe in God, I go to heaven. Okay, well, I thought, well, that's ridiculous. How can that be,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm trying to think of science, you know. If I believe in God, I go to heaven. Doesn't sound very scientifically provable.
Yeah.
However, it's absolutely guaranteed to be true. I'll tell you why. What Jesus actually told people is the truth about God is not in the church.
Yeah.
It's inside your own heart. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
So it's good going to church, and it might be how you find Jesus in your heart.
Yeah.
But you find it in your heart because you choose to, and the church facilitated it with the Spirit of God.
Yeah. Do you mind being on camera? Yeah, no?
Yeah. So the church is the only thing missing from the church is you and I. You are. you're missing from the church. You are. C-H-U-R-C-H. So Christ is C-H-C-H,
Yeah.
which is Christ Church.
Yeah.
Who's missing from it? You are.
You are.
Church, the word church means you're not in the church. That's what it means. You are. Have you not seen the word church and spelled it out? Who's missing? You are.
Have you seen
No, you are, because you're at church.
There's so much here, right? So back to the, oh my god, I thought that was Jeff.
So this is what really happens, okay? So when you die, nobody dies, including evil people. Nobody. Everybody lives. The evil people have not reached a level where they can be with God, but they can't die either. So what happens to them? So what happens is the body, even if you're Noah and you live for 861 years...
Can you grab a seat?
Eh?
Can you grab a seat?
We need to be in the shade.
You want to be in the shade?
So you know how Noah...
You need to stop eating seed oils, bro. You want to burn.
I should stop eating seagulls.
Seed oils. You want to burn.
Anyway, so Jesus tells us that the body wears out.
Yeah.
And no matter what we ever do, it just does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I've just bought these pants.
Yeah.
And look at them, they're brand new.
Spanky.
Right?
Very nice.
And they cost $15 at the warehouse.
Very nice.
Which is very cool. But anyway, if I wear these for 100 years, they'll be very worn out by then.
Yeah.
And in 500 years, if I live that long, which I can't, but you know, these pants would be like falling apart, like from the sun's rays and everything. They'll be perishing. They'll die.
Yeah.
My pants will eventually die if I use them.
Yeah.
Same thing with your body. If you use your body, like you know, go and have a cup of tea, go for a walk, everything will wear out eventually, right? That's how we die.
Yeah.
Because your body wears out. And if I ask any doctor, and they'll agree with me,
Yeah.
it's a scientific fact. It's not a theory that you do die.
Yeah.
However,
Physically.
what's very controversial is the soul. But guess what?
This is a pretty obvious subject.
Scientists have actually figured out there really is a soul. It's called, they call it consciousness. We call it soul. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
What makes you
Would you say the soul is like the accumulation of all your decisions?
Yeah, so can I just say something really interesting?
Yeah, sure.
If you do some maths today, we can figure out what part of your brain did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, easily.
Like what? A decision you made?
As you think about things or sing or play an instrument or whatever, you can see which part of your brain is working.
Yeah.
Did you not know that? It's very commonly done.
Is it the same with decision making? Like you can see what parts are thinking?
It depends on what type of decision you're making. Your brain lights up in different areas.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about is the brain. So we need a brain in order to breathe, and we need a brain in order to play football.
Yep.
However, our soul also knows how to play football, but because it's got no control of our body, it can't make us play football.
Yeah.
However, when you die and go to heaven, you still know how to play football, because what happens is your spirit is actually you. So the reason you will never die, I mean, you might die this afternoon, but that's only your body, and who gives a shit? I don't care. I mean, your family will hate you dying, so that's a different story.
Wouldn't you say it's like a neurological, like kind of how easy it is to walk?
Well, Einstein figured this out. Einstein said information cannot be lost or created.
Cannot be lost.
Or created.
Or created.
Same with energy.
It just needs to be discovered, is that right?
So, you know, energy can't be lost or created or destroyed.
Interesting.
It can't be created or destroyed, energy.
It goes into something else.
So in the universe, we're getting warm now because the sun's making us warm. You'd think that was created by the sun, but not according to Einstein. The energy that makes the sun was around before the sun was there. And when the sun dies, the energy will dissipate into other things.
Do you think God made the sun?
Of course God made the sun.
I'm just making sure.
God
just making sure.
God made everything.
So
if
this is a really strange
there's a Bob Dylan line that says, "And onwards in my journey, I came to understand that every hair is numbered, like every grain of sand." every grain of sand is numbered is not just a bit of a... We used to think these things were just figures of speech. God knows each damn one. Every grain of sand is known by God.
All knowing.
Do you know about Three-Eye Atlas?
Yeah.
Have you been watching about that?
I'm aware.
Do you know what Three-Eye Atlas really is, in my opinion?
Yeah, go hard.
Three-Eye Atlas is a animal.
An animal?
Yep. It's an animal that's got closer to God, and it's evolved into a rock that seeds life to other planets.
What does it mean?
Because they figured out that how we got to Earth. The Bible's completely right, but we've figured out some more facts about it.
Yeah.
So how did Adam and Eve happen? It happened because a comet put microbes onto the Earth, and they hit the ground, and God made them out of the ground, which is exactly what the Bible says. But it was caused by a comet with microbes in it. And at the moment that's happening again. Did you know that? So there's a comet now giving us microbes. We're going to get new life. And I think it's got something to do with Revelation, and I'm going to figure it out. We might have to have a round two of this.
I wouldn't mind.
Is this going on YouTube?
Yeah. And Spotify.
And what's it called? Is it popular?
Not really. I'm just kind of started this year. Just.
Hey, I've got a channel called Gregor Potts.
Gregor
Put it on there,
Okay.
and I've got like thousands of viewers. Because my daughter is a famous singer.
I'm done.
So why don't we use that to get God's word out there? As long as we don't make any money from it, because I'm not like Brian Tamaki.
Sure.
Any money we make,
It's a passion project.
but we can make billions of dollars if we want, work on it, and then all of it can go to charity.
Sounds good.
We can build hospitals and
Sounds good.
ask God what He wants us to do with it.
Yeah.
God will tell us if we listen. People say, I've never heard God say anything. Well, you're not listening.
Yeah.
It says in the Bible, if you have ears, listen.
Yeah.
Everything in the Bible, I didn't realise. I thought the Bible, my old view of the Bible was it's fundamentally right, and I'm a Christian, and I totally believe it's the Word of God. And do you know what I thought?
Yeah.
But humans, I thought, had fucked around with the Bible and fucked it up.
Yeah.
And that's actually true.
And that's spoken about.
But in a different way.
Yeah.
The reason that's true is because humans, right, decided which was going to go in the Bible and which not.
Yeah.
And when they found out some things in the Bible, like for instance that there were giants,
That's why
they've taken out that there were giants on this earth.
Yeah.
There were giants on the earth. It's been proven.
I always try to, no matter what, always bring critical thinking to everything. And that's what's kind of brought me to the confirmation of this Catholic history of when the Catholics were bad, perverting the word. But it's been restored now through the Book of Mormon and DNC. It's extremely deep. Have you read that book front to back? I haven't read the Ethiopian, and
I don't know much about Mormons because
I'd highly recommend it.
I
It's
highly recommend that you stop wearing a suit when you go to people's houses.
Why?
Because it really pisses us all off. Because as soon as we
Never
see you,
pissed me off.
we know you're Mormons, and you go, "Oh my God, it's not a good idea." Marketing is terrible. You need to change your marketing.
You think it needs to be more
You need to go in
sophisticated?
casual clothes and just say, "Hey, we're in the area." Like you need to try and sidetrack that you're knocking on everyone. I know you're knocking on everyone's door. Keep doing it, but sidetrack me so I don't realise that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do you understand the difference?
Yeah. I get you.
That's what you need to do. Can you talk to the pastor?
I agree on that.
Talk to the church pastor.
That's how I try to minister.
Yeah, well, you're not dressed in a suit.
I don't try to say.
If you were dressed in a suit, I wouldn't talk to you.
Nah, I'm not a member yet, but I try not to talk through.
I think you're not. I think you're a different kind of member. I think you're a leader. I think what they are is a worker. You know how they have different kind of bees.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a worker bee, and you're a soldier bee, and someone else is a suction bee, and the other one's a queen. We're all like bees, so I think you're a leader bee. There's no such thing as a leader bee, by the way.
I'm trying to learn how to be a better leader. I've been pretty bad.
You're a brilliant leader.
What do you mean? What makes me a
You've
brilliant?
already led me. Who's been the leader out of you and me? You. I'm 62, and how old are you?
What have I led you to?
Eh?
What have I led you to? This video.
You're leading me into this video. You're leading me to the Lord. You are the leader. And I only say what I think.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
If I didn't think it, I'd say there'll never be a leader if I thought that.
Thank you.
I'd say to you, as much as you try, you'll never be a leader. I would say that to you. And then you'd punch me. But anyway, I think you'll be a leader. You are a leader. This is leading. And guess what the Bible says about leading?
What's that?
You need to lead by example. And that's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm learning.
I'm thinking of joining the Mormon church, by the way.
You should.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because I've read the book the Ethiopia book.
Yeah.
And it's completely the same as the Bible. Nothing, no words are different, except that there's extra bits in it which are being removed. And some people think that's evil to have to not remove.
There's a few really straightforward verses that speak to so much, like the dynamic between the faith and the intellect, and them wrestling out. Because I learned, my issue was that I would hyper-rationalize and intellectualize my way out of trusting my faith with decisions.
You're doubting Thomas, that's why. He's a good person, by the way. Doubting Thomas was not an evil person. He was very clever. Jesus loves him. And
I lacked faith.
Thomas.
And it's an intellect. It's a Luciferian.
No, but
a hyper-developed.
What I'm saying is, Thomas believed in Jesus. He believed in God. He believed everything Jesus said, but he didn't believe the person standing in front of him could be Jesus.
Yeah.
Because he had decided in his own mind Jesus would be dead. Yeah. Now I reckon that's really good because that means Thomas is honest. Honest Thomas. Have you ever heard that word?
Yeah. You know, the some of the Pharisees, the Jewish Pharisees, believed the same thing because they thought Jesus would come and be magnificent, and their mind was like, oh, he'd be this great, wonderful thing, and it was hard for them to really click that he was just like a regular person, an average Joe.
I have to go very soon because I've seen my girlfriend.
Oh, good. Wait, you say parables aren't real?
Well, they're real, but imagine if I said to you, I'm going to make up a story to explain how a watch works.
Yeah.
The story's not real.
Yeah.
But I've told you something, so I'm not lying.
Okay.
Do you understand what the difference is?
Sort of.
So anyway, a parable is a story like Jonah and the fish.
Yeah.
It's not a parable. And a lot of ministers get muddled up and do.
Yeah. I'm starting to learn what parables are now at church.
So a parable is, you don't have to start to learn. You'll learn it right now.
Okay.
You're going to learn it in 3 minutes.
Sure. What is it?
A parable is a story, like the Irish do, in order to illustrate a point.
Yeah.
So I could say to you,
it's like a moral of the
imagine
story.
I was a woman, and I was blonde.
Yeah.
Right? And you were a concrete cutter.
A what?
A concrete cutter.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard people talk like that?
No.
Oh, I do it all the time. I do parables every day.
Really?
Parables.
So it's to illustrate a point, and it's not the same as moral of the story. It's more like a point.
You can do a parable.
Yeah.
Because Greek, it's a Hebrew word.
Yeah.
You don't have to have anything to do with the Bible to do a parable.
Okay. What was the point of that parable? I don't get it.
No, there's no point in that parable. That was me. Yes, there is. I was using a parable to illustrate what a parable is. So let me explain again. I thought it would be easier than this.
Yeah.
Let me explain what a parable is.
Yeah.
Okay. So a parable is this: a father had 4 children.
Yeah.
And he gave. And back in those days, a talent was a real thing. You could go and buy, a car with a donkey with a talent.
Yeah.
A donkey might cost 2 talents, and a wife might cost 3. You could buy them. So, or you could buy a lot of loaves of bread with 1 talent. And the father gave all his children talents, and one son got the talents and buried them in the garden, so that when his father wanted them back, none will be gone. That's all he did with them, which is good, but not ideal.
Yeah.
The next son said, talents. Thank you for your 3 talents. and he opened a fish shop, and he made 50 more talents by selling fish over 6 years.
Is that the don't hide your light under a bush?
No. We're getting sidetracked. I'm just talking about talents.
Okay.
So your talent might be to play violin, and mine might be to play harmonica. And if I earn money to raise money for a children's hospital by playing the harmonica, I'm using my talent for the will of God.
Yeah.
And you can tell if you're doing the will of God, you feel it's right. And it's pretty obvious you're doing the will of God, because it'll be something like virtuous or righteous.
Or good. Or truthful. Yeah.
If anything you do is right, like I help all the homeless people in Auckland by playing the harmonica, it is will of God. You don't need to ask God. It is, because it's virtuous. You can investigate it using the Bible as a lens, and you can find it to be right.
So you don't have to ask God for confirmation on things?
No. Well, you can if you want to.
Yeah.
If you're confused, you can ask God, but I don't need to on some things.
Yeah.
And other things I might need to. I might be doing something like helping all the prostitutes. And I might be thinking, well, if I help all the prostitutes, is that evil or good?
I'm asking him all the time, hey, what about this? What about this? And he does answer. And holiness. Have you learned about holiness?
And he doesn't matter how
Have you learned about holiness?
No, I haven't.
Dude, so slept on. And that's been taught to me at the Mormon church. And my connection to God has gotten so much closer. It's so insane. And he's really turning my life around. It's really crazy.
Do you have music in church?
Huh?
Do you do music in the Mormon church?
We're a choir. So it's piano and just singing. It's very nice. It's very nice. And it's 30 minutes tops. It's good. All together.
I can't go to your church because doesn't suit me.
Mate, grow up.
No, that's not fair.
Do you think you're being immature then?
That's disrespectful to talk to an elder like that.
Oh, sorry.
Say sorry.
Sorry. Apologize. It just sounded immature.
I want to go to a church which really gets into it because I've got a different personality type. So a different kind of church suits me. The teaching of your church.
Would you say to a hedonist, oh no, churches just aren't for you, and you should go commit whoredoms?
No, I'd just say you might need to go to a Baptist church, and you might need to go to a Jehovah's Witness church, and you might need to go to a Catholic church. I don't think anyone needs to go to a Catholic church.
Yeah. Well, it was great meeting you, sir.
You too, sir.
No coincidences.
There are no coincidences, and there's no probability. There's no everything is the will of God. So if I toss a coin 50 times and they all come up heads, and then I win $1 million because I said I'm betting it'll come up 50 times, that's not a coincidence. We think mathematically it's a coincidence. It's not. Everything that happens is God's will. Everything. There's nothing that happens that's not God's will, including the stuff that Satan does. It's still God's will, because God is greater than Satan, and when he does something which is evil, like kill Jews or something like that, God allowed it to happen, so it's in God's will. Because he could have stopped Hitler in 5 seconds, but he left us to have our own will. Then he judges us when we die. And when we die, our body, we don't actually die. So if you die and God's not happy with you, you can't join the kingdom of heaven, but you don't die. So that means you end up in hell for the rest of your life. So now I understand that hell and heaven are absolutely true. There's no such thing. I thought this is a load of rubbish a few months ago.
Yeah. I
would have argued all day how this is a load of rubbish.
Yeah.
I now know it's true. But I don't think it's true. It's not faith. I know it is. I understand it scientifically. That's different. I don't have any faith in it. I know it. That's different to faith. Faith is, I bet you it's probably true. I really feel it is. Knowledge is totally different to faith. I don't have to have faith there's a bus there, do I?
Yeah.
I've got knowledge of the bus. If I look there and I can see the light reflecting off it, it makes me think, hear the sound that's making. I can't guarantee it's true because I've never touched it. I'm not even near the bus and I know it's real. And isn't that weird? That's because I've got eyes and ears. So use your eyes and use your ears, and you will never need to ask God again, but you can always ask God every day, and you should. Every time you do something you believe is probably right, say, Lord, I just ask you to confirm to me that I'm doing the right thing. And he'll let you know if he thinks it's wrong. And then you're a great servant to God.
That's right.
Anyway, one guy used all the talents
Yeah.
to buy prostitutes and liquor
Yeah.
and drugs.
Yeah.
And he went back to God. He went back to God when he was. This is actually not a parable. That's actually not a parable. Sorry. He went. It's a historical event. He went back to his father, and his father killed a calf, and they had a beautiful meal. He was fatted calf, and that was only for the favourite son, and the favourite son was the one that was drunk. And because the favourite son was the one who was drunk and finally came back, the father was pleased. The father represents God, but that really happened, and the prodigal son came back. So if you're the worst person in the world and you come back to God, and I've never done anything wrong, very little wrong, obviously I've done some things wrong, then God's more pleased with you than me.
Yeah.
Because you came back to God when you were away. That's why we can always turn around. The soldier on the cross, so coming out of the boxcar door, he never thought it could be done, but in the final stroke he won the war after losing every battle. So what I mean by
That's
that...
such a good quote.
What I mean by that is the soldier on the cross is a real person, and Jesus turned around and said to Jesus, "You're definitely the Son of God." And Jesus said, "You will be in heaven with me tonight."
Crazy.
Tonight. And do you know something else?
Yeah.
Do you know that Jesus didn't die? Jesus died and rose again with his body,
Yeah.
which is not normal, and it's a very strange thing to do.
Yeah.
Who wants to do that? I certainly don't.
Yeah.
If I could do that, I wouldn't do it. However, Jesus did it for a reason. It was very hard work. Come back with a sore body with holes in it and spend 40 days teaching people. It was very uncomfortable, wouldn't it? You wouldn't want to come back. You're in heaven with your spirit, with God.
I have a similar cause.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so you go to heaven. Jesus goes to heaven after he's talked to us for 40 days. We go to heaven, and he goes up with his body. We go to heaven immediately on death. So if you shoot me now and I just drop dead, I'll be in heaven immediately. People who've died have actually said they've gone to heaven. And sometimes God tells them that they're not ready, their time is not yet, and they go back again, and miraculously the staff
You hear
get
that
them
so
back
many
again.
times, eh? Yeah.
I've got a friend who actually has totally changed from a real difficult to a really nice person. I hope you can lip read.
Yeah.
And he is, he's the greatest singer I've ever heard. He believes in God. Guess what? He had God hold his hand
Really?
when he was dead.
For Jesus or God? Sam.
He doesn't know. He feels it was God's hand.
Yeah.
And then God held his hand and said to him, "David, it's not your time yet. You've got to go back. I'm not finished with you. I'm sorry." "I don't want to go back." And he said, "Sorry, I just got some more work for you to do, okay?" And he sent him
I
back.
feel like I'm really interested in this and how he makes personalities and what those personalities are for. Like, anything to speak to that?
We should do it. We should make this into a really popular, multi-million views, and all the money we make, either give it to Brian Tamaki, which is your opinion, or I'm going to give it to charities.
I've never given him $1.
So you can give half of it to Brian
As long as
Tamaki.
the charities aren't corrupt.
No, you can give half of it to Brian because he needs a new boat, and I'll give the other half to people who haven't got a house. Yeah,
Okay,
agree?
does it count? Sure.
Let's do it.
It was great talking to you.
No, we're going to get this. We're going to soup it up. I'm really good at marketing. I'll get that. I'll get you 1 million viewers a week.
All right. I'll get your number.
And I'm not an alcoholic. I am an alcoholic technically,
Yeah.
but that's not what I am. I'm a son of God. That's what I am. My name is Greg and I'm a son of God. If I go to an AA meeting and I said that, they kick me out.
Yeah, they will.
because it's to them sacrilegious. And in the AA meeting, I am an alcoholic in there.
Yeah.
Because that's God's will, by the way. It's completely God. If you want to find people who are following the will of God, alcoholics are. They are, because they've got 12 steps, and step 3 is giving your life to God.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they had to change it because there are so many people not becoming Christian, not doing it because of the Catholic Church and suffering, and they've been raped by a pastor.
But you need a spiritual change, yeah.
So they can make a higher power anything they want.
Yeah.
Whereas in the original AA, your higher power had to be God.
Yeah.
Or it wouldn't work. Now you can say my higher power is my shoe.
Yeah.
I met someone who said their higher power was the closet.
My mum's an alcoholic.
Is she recovering?
She's learning from the wrong people.
I'll tell you what, she needs to meet a woman who's also an alcoholic, and that
Who's
woman
recovered.
can teach her,
Yeah.
and then she can come to a meeting. I can't do it because I'm a man.
Yeah.
It's against our rules. But I could actually bring her to a meeting as a friend, but not help her foot directly.
I'm interested. Because what, like, she does, she fills herself with falsehood.
Right?
My mum fills herself with falsehood, and then when she gets around me, I'm just too truthful, and it really burns her, and then she starts drinking a lot. And I can't be false around her, you know what I mean?
Why does she use falsehood?
Why does, like, to get out of a lie, to get out of accountability, to get out of...
Was her father left the mother?
Yeah.
Because what happens to us is we always lose our partner when we're drinking. Almost always. And unless both of you are Christians, and then you don't.
We always lose our partner when we're drinking.
Your partner will leave you if you get drunk. All the time. They're not leaving you because you get drunk, they're leaving you because they can no longer cope, because you're having an affair with someone. When I drank, I was having an affair with a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I was putting that ahead of my children and my wife.
And you're the ideal you.
So that's why I ended up having to go to AA, because God had to deliver me.
Yeah.
Because the only person who can deliver me is God,
Yeah.
and only when I make the decision that I need God.
Yeah.
So if your mother makes a decision, step 1, she'll never drink again.
Yeah.
If she goes, I've made a decision that I can't do this anymore,
I've done the same with porn. I've stopped watching porn.
so have I. I can't be bothered with it. It's something stupid. What a load of rubbish. It's not even sexual to me.
It's 3 months.
I find
Since
the
I was
only
8.
the only thing I find sexual
Yeah.
is real love with
Yeah.
someone that you're in love.
Like a soul connection.
You're having
Yeah.
sex with someone who you don't tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
Between you and her, and you're feeling love while you're doing it, and you're kissing.
Yeah.
Why do prostitutes not kiss you? Because they're scared of love. I'm frightened of them.
Alright, my guy.
Hey, stay in touch. I need it. Text me.
I will.
And if I need to drink, if I feel I need to drink, can I ring you up and ask you to help me?
Yeah, sure.
Ask you to pay for me.
Absolutely. That interaction was so crazy. It was so weird. Like, he just was very open. The first thing he said to me was, I'm sexting this Nigerian black prince and he's pretending to be a woman. And I just started cracking up. And we just had a mad chat on the bus, then we got onto God, and then started having a debate, and then like a healthy debate. And he's Scottish as well, and so strange. Thank God for that encounter. That was so weird. Yeah, so bizarre, so interesting. So that's 3 times now I've heard that the Catholics did pervert the word, the King James word. Ethiopian Bible says it in the Book of Mormon. He said it. Is it called the apostasy? It's not the apostasy, it's called something. I'll try to have it here. So that's 4 or 5 almost confirmations that the word was altered, and that there's a lot more to it. The word was altered by man, and you can't go off of King James alone. You can't do that. You need an Ethiopian Bible, your conventional King James or NIV. You definitely need a Mormon book, DNC, Pearl of Great Price. Those come together. Ethiopian Bible, and then your regular Bible. Yeah, it makes sense. Wow. You know, I'm so sore today. I feel like not even going and shopping for this banana cake. It's so painful.